Members waiting on their religious exemption requests remain in limbo. While accustomed to following orders, those speaking with me say their faith won't allow them to comply with this one.
It goes against my bodily sovereignty as a Christian. I mean, God makes it very clear that for me, this body that I'm given, this is my last bastion of freedom.
At the request of counsel, this service member asked not to be identified. He told CBN News that he received other vaccines from the military without doing much research. That wasn't the case when it came to the COVID-19 shot.
This is something that's supposed to be good for me, and yet I'm being punished if I do not take something that's good for me. When that was the case, when that happened, I began to question, why is this being forced so heavily on us?
In his exemption request, he cites fetal cell lines used in the research and development phase of the mRNA vaccines and in the production of Johnson & Johnson's shot. If his request isn't granted, he says he'll take a discharge before going against his beliefs. First Liberty Institute is representing a group of 35 Navy SEALs seeking an exemption with similar concerns. Attorney Mike Berry argues it's unconstitutional for their requests to be denied.
That's blatant discrimination. You can't treat religious beliefs less favorably than you treat medical conditions or administrative exemptions. Religious freedom in our country is protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution, and that doesn't change just because you serve in the military.
The National Faith Advisory Board, a group of more than 1,700 religious leaders organized by former President Donald Trump, is urging the Secretary of Defense to grant these religious accommodations, writing, quote, "Religious freedom is enshrined in our Constitution and must always be protected." Pentagon spokesman John Kirby tells CBN News religious exemptions are rare. For example, none has been granted in either the Navy or Marines in almost a decade.
It's not about liberties. It's about a military medical requirement to keep them safe, to keep their families safe, to keep their units safe. And the Secretary continues to strongly believe that these vaccines are the best way to do it with respect to COVID.
I reached out to both the Army and the Navy, and spokesmen from each assured me there is no blanket policy about denying religious exemption requests. Each is considered on a case-by-case basis. There are, however, very strict guidelines that must be met, including a history of objecting to vaccinations. Caitlin Burke, CBN News.